Look what you did, you little jerk.
So, and then once if you do it online yourself, then you can speculate
Which parts?
Right. Some people have a fixation, well, I want to take my heart with me.
Yeah. Right. And there are different traditions,
for those,
different religions,
you can do what you want. You can do that. Mm-hmm. You can also get yourself off the list if you want. You can change your mind. And then from there, you can turn around and make your own decision that you want to make with it. But once you're on the list, you're on the list. Now, to give you an idea, right now there's 4 million and some odd people registered on the California registry.
Oh, okay.
That's just California.
That's just California.
Only California. You can only register for California. If you go to another state, you can register
within the state, but
you can't register in.
There's no national registry.
No, there's no national registry.
It makes sense because if it's by your driver's license, that's a state issue.
Yeah. Well, not only that, it's within region too.
Oh, that's right. The the 9 medical regions.
Yeah. If you move out of the region,
right.
But each state has their own.
Yeah.
Not saying that you can't go to another state and get one.
Right.
They're doing that too.
So you could be on 2 different regional lists. Yeah.
Because of the availability of livers. In California, or especially here in LA, it's very, very high MEL score. It's like 29.
There's more people on the wait
and
list.
There's so many people that are on the list.
More people,
and one of the interesting things that's coming along, which probably open another session, is they're trying to get the rules changed to where now that there is a cure for hepatitis C, okay.
Oh, there is?
Yes,
okay.
There is. They just came out with it 2 years ago. Okay. And it's having 97 to 98% success rate, which is phenomenal.
Wow, that's amazing.
Great.
And all it is a pill. Which is
not. It's not even no injections.
It's not the old systems that they've had. They've had 3 other old systems, and they are rough. Yeah, they put you through hell. But what they're trying to do is now, since they are, let's get some of the people that are on the registry off that have hepatitis C. To make room for the people that can't take a pill to get rid of it.
Right.
So that's ongoing. There's a lot of ongoing stuff that's being trying to make it as fair as possible for everybody because there's such a shortage. Now, 4 million and some sounds like a lot on a registry.
It's not though.
But compared to what are there, almost 40 million people in California? Yeah.
Well, here's the other part of it. To be a donor, it has to be brain dead. Because the organs have to be vital.
Yeah.
So
you can't be dead.
You're dead. You're declared brain dead.
Could you be a donor? Would they take your certain organs or any organs if you just die, let's say, of old age at 80?
Now here's the interesting thing, because that question I've asked too. I says, how long does an organ last?
Right.
To the doctor.
Would it still be viable for another 70-year-old patient?
Yeah, because the average age for most liver transplants are in the 50s.
Okay. Okay.
And it's not because of alcoholism. Actually, alcoholism is, well, that's what everybody thinks. That's why I brought it up. That is the lowest of all of them.
Really?
And if you catch the problem with alcoholism soon enough, it can repair itself.
Right, because the liver regenerates.
Because the liver will regenerate. Right. But these other things, they don't. They eat your liver. So the thing is that if you, where was it talking?
About if you die of old age.
The age of an organ.
Yeah.
Okay. I asked the doctor that, and he says an average healthy organ. I says, okay, let's use my liver.
Yeah. Right.
He goes, it should be 160 years old.
What? Oh, really?
Yes.
So it could last that long?
It could last that long.
So somebody even who dies at 100 could still give their liver, let's say, to a 50-year-old patient.
But here's the point, though.
Is relatively.
He has to be brain dead for it to be vital. If he just dies at home and you rush him to the hospital, there's not enough time. Because everything shuts down.
For someone that old.
No, anybody.
Or for anybody.
So because the blood flow has to keep going through the organs to keep them vital.
So that's why in reality it's always accident victims.
It's usually accident victims. It can even be suicide, somebody jumped
Right.
off a bridge.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're brain dead.
Yeah.
Okay, and they have to have, here again, we go back to the timing issue. Okay, you have to, you got a small window now
Yeah.
to prepare the person so that you can use those organs. And then the law says they can't step in and ask anybody any question until the doctor declares him dead. Now, some
Go
of
to
the
the
other people
family,
can
yeah.
approach the family and say, well, would you like to be an organ donor? And they can't by law touch them until that. If they mention it, all hell breaks loose. And they're really strict about it, even with the doctors and everybody else, because if they violate that, then they take the rights of that hospital from doing transplants.
So it's a
And
major
you're talking about
faux pas.
big,
So-
big dollars
Yeah.
that the hospital loses.
Of course.
So
So-
they have to follow that strict protocol.
They have to follow the strict protocol. And that's why I'm saying, if you have 4 million, out of that 4 million, you might get a tenth.
Gotcha.
So 4 million's a start,
Right.
okay? And it's really technical, and you can look this information up on One Legacy. And they have a lot of that information there, the same information they give me. And there's, like I say, there's so many laws and little things that you have to do right for it all to come together on
Yeah.
both sides.
So it shows, like you've been saying throughout, how much of a real
Miracle.
lotto it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a miracle
yeah.
and it's a lotto. And then again, the odds that I don't like, and that's what's driven me to do what I do, is the 1 in 7. Okay, I'm one of the lucky ones. Okay, that made it.
The other 6 didn't make it. Yeah.
So my goal in life now is to educate people that want to be educated about the subject, help people in the process that are going through it, because education is the key. If you're getting hit with, go to the doctor and say, okay, you need a liver transplant. I mean, that's like someone coming to you saying you got cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's that strong because you're thinking, oh man, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
So now you don't want that to turn into fear. If you're educated about the system and the process and everything that they're going to want to ask questions about, same thing with cancer. If you know, oh, well, this one's not so bad. This
Yeah.
one, you take this chemo and we've
Right.
got a great success rate.
And if you catch it early enough.
Right,
it's
you catch
not
it early
bad.
enough is the question on all of it.
Yeah. Any disease.
And then it eases you enough to approach it in a very educated and precise way, to where if you think something's not going right, you ask the doctor. You have to be proactive when it comes to your own medical.
Yeah.
No matter who you are or what you're doing, you have to be proactive, because there's so many people in this big city. And if you don't, you have a possibility of getting missed or misdiagnosed. When in doubt, ask questions.
Yeah.
You always write down questions when you go to the doctor, because you get there and then all of a sudden you go,
Yep.
I had a question for you.
Yeah.
And the doctors don't have that much time to sit around and talk
Right.
with you. So if you're lucky to get 3 or 4 questions asked, you're doing great.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you have to be really, really proactive to get it done, and to feel comfortable
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And these processes aren't, short. They're long. They're drawn out. Some of the guys that I'm working with now, they're on a waiting list, but their MEL scores aren't high enough, and they're not sick enough.
Yeah.
So
It's a catch-22.
It's a catch-22 for them, and it's just horrible because they're in and out of the hospital
Yeah.
with various symptoms. But when it comes to organ donation and tissue, I urge you to research it if you like. Don't take everything to heart off of just the internet. Go to either UNOS, One Legacy, any kind of organ donation organization, then you'll get the right information. There's a lot of bad information out there. And don't think that you're not possible of getting anything because we all are. We all are. One of the things you've probably heard on TV is the new commercial for Hep C.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Saying they
The only
now
part
have
that-
the
yeah.
vaccine and the cure. Yes.
right. And the thing that bothers me with that
hey,
commercial
you baby boomers.
is they always
blah, blah,
blame
blah.
us baby boomers for it.
It's your fault, Daryl.
It's
Yeah.
all your fault.
It's those, it was the
Giving us
wild
all-
60s.
Giving us all youngsters this Hep C.
Yeah.
It's you guys. Now we know where it came from.
Exactly.
But there's a lot of diseases out there that affect the liver, though, too, and especially kidneys. And those are the two major organs that are in high demand. Kidneys are first, and then comes liver as far as demand.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of numbers, but they're different processes because of it as well. Because you can live on one kidney.
Right.
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 You can't live on with no liver.
Right.
And there's no support for a liver.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning
Yeah,
once
there's
it's
no
gone,
there's no dialysis for liver.
no,
Right.
once it goes, you go.
Kind of
Yeah.
interventionist, you know.
Right. See, all the other major organs have support.
Yeah.
I know one of my buddies that I
Space
worked
neighbors,
with, he had a heart, and he lived 1 year without a heart.
What?
1 year
Really?
with an artificial heart.
Wow.
Damn.
He had an
wild.
artificial heart, and he lived 1 year before he got his transplant.
Wow.
Wow.
Finally.
Yikes.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
I didn't know that was possible.
Did you
it is possible.
outside of the hospital, or did he need to? Be...
Well, he was in and out of the hospital quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, but to say that he
But
was
I'm
out
saying
at
he's-
all. Okay.
But I'm saying without his heart,
Yeah.
he lived a year before he got his transplant.
Wow.
And if you look
I
at him
didn't know
now,
that was possible. Yeah.
you wouldn't know anything.
Mhm.
He looks great.
Yeah.
Heck of a nice guy.
That's
That's
amazing.
crazy.
Yeah. And see, you can live without lungs because you can be in an iron lung.
Right.
Now,
Although it's not really much of
Yeah, I mean,
well, if you're,
you're
alive,
living,
it's alive.
right? You're living
Until you
but
get your organ.
True.
You're not very
Okay.
ambulatory.
No. But see, these, and it goes down the list, you know. You, kidneys, you can do dialysis. Okay.
Yeah.
To keep them going.
Mm-hmm.
And, but when the liver starts to go, you do too.
Yeah.
You know, there is no support for it. And
That's really like the.
you're
big,
on
like,
God's time.
Yeah. That's really the big organ. I think that's seems like.
Well,
it's
you know,
important.
and that's what I learned over
I mean, they're all important,
of this. They're all
obviously.
important,
Yeah.
obviously, yes. But far as the one that we take for granted the most, and the one that we don't think about, is the liver.
Yeah.
And anytime we do associate the liver, the first question comes up, oh, he's an alcoholic.
Yeah. Right.
And that's the least.
And that's pretty like.
That's the smallest amount.
That's really quite because that's any time you hear that like even like TV stuff, it's like oh, drank himself to death,
Right.
destroyed his
Right.
liver.
Right.
Yeah, because it was one of the Bond movies with Pierce Brosnan,
Mhm.
and then they were doing like some sort of physical on him, and they did like they're
Yeah, they
scanning
make
the liver. It's
right.
like oh, he has a lot of liver damage. It's like oh, that's surely James Bond because all
Yeah.
martinis.
Oh, martinis. Gotta stop shaking and stirring the damn martinis.
It's like, put the glass down, James.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I told you to use more water.
Right. Exactly.
And that's some of the things that we fight as an ambassador is all the
All the stigmas.
myths
Yeah. All the
and
myths.
stigma
and
and
negative stigmas,
misinformation.
yeah.
misinformation.